My name is Sharon Cash.
Don Gregg.
My name is Edgar Albino. I'm one of the recruiters.
Name's Derek Little.
If you need a job, let me know.
My name is Tonga Money.
My name is Corey Hunter. I've been with Roper for 10 years.
23 years. I've been here almost 30 years. 31 years.
36 years.
I've worked here 48 and a half years. I would describe Lafayette as a one big family that helps everyone. And they're looking for somebody to help their neighbor.
Roper is the largest single employer in the county, so we're a large part of the community. We host STEM tours for local schools. We go to career days. We're out just doing community projects. We're developing our future employees.
Roper is opportunity. You can come in here and you can do anything. It's a lot of room for growth in here. I'm an example. I started out as a worker on the line and I've moved myself up to a CL. So hey, I'm moving.
Roper to me is stability. I came here when I was 19 in the year 2000, just looking for a job. Ended up finding a rewarding career, a fulfilling career. It's provided stable income, stable work environment, a lot of opportunities. I've taken advantage of the tuition reimbursement program to pay for my schooling, and you just can't replace that easily.
Roper's a good place to work. As long as I've been here, it's always been dependable for me, for my paycheck, and for my life. I wouldn't have changed it.
Roper is my second home. Since my first day out on the floor, I was always accepted for who I was. And I really like that about this place. They just treat everybody the same.
Roper is one of the best cultures that I've been in. When you think about the employee base and when you think about the morale of the team here and their energy to just provide for the customers, it's a culture that only is once in a lifetime.
Roper is world class. When you think about manufacturing in the United States, you think about manufacturing throughout the world. The product that we produce, there's nothing that we can't do, nothing that we can't tackle that's right here within the four walls of the Roper facility.
It's a good feeling knowing that the products that we're making here is literally all over the country and in a lot of parts of the world. That people use them and enjoy them and it's part of their home.
The next 50 years, I think it's going to be terrific.
I think it's awesome.
We're going to keep going. That's what it is.
As far as the appliance industry, we're a leader in that industry. That industry continues to grow here in North America, and Roper will be here to continue to serve that need.
The future is bright for Roper. We've always been number one from a cooking perspective. Even at the 50-year mark, we're pushing to show that we're still going to be number one here in the future.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good morning. All right. My name is Luther Ingram. I'm president and executive director here at Roper Corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of GE Appliances, a high-air company. First off, thank you for joining us today. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone, especially our guests, as we celebrate 50 years operating here in Lafayette, Georgia, and the transformation of our factory. First, let me introduce our speakers. Today, we will hear from Kevin Nolan, President and CEO of GE Appliances. Mayor of Lafayette, Andy Arnold. Stephanie Watkins, Economic Development Director for Walker County. And Lloyd Abrams, CEO, Georgia Association of Manufacturers. Next, I would like to take a moment to recognize our elected officials that are in attendance. Please wave when I call your name. And let's hold the applause until I've acknowledged all individuals. Senator Colton Moore. Representative Mike Cameron. Representative Steve Tarvin. Christy Brigman, Deputy Commissioner of Global Commerce. Mayor of Rossville, Teddy Harris. And City Councilman Anthony Underwood, who we're lucky to have on our team as an advanced manufacturing engineer here at Roper. Did I miss any elected officials? Yes, sir. Swatson? Shannon Whitfield and Wayne Swatson. Thank you guys for your attendance. Let's give them a round of applause. For 50 years, our employees have built ranges, cooktops, and wall ovens with industry-leading technology that has shaped the way Americans cook at home. We were the first appliance manufacturer to develop a full suite of connected appliances and to integrate Alexa as well as Google Assistant, allowing consumers to control their products touch-free. In 2020, we introduced the first in-oven camera, giving consumers an easier way to monitor how their food was progressing. And the following year, we were the first to bring new features to existing appliances in consumer homes via over-the-air software upgrades. The new GE brand ranges developed as part of this $118 million investment will bring even more exciting features to the American kitchen. Today, as we acknowledge our history, we celebrate a future that will be brighter for our employees, our community, and consumers who buy our products. Our parent company, GE Appliances, invested $118 million to expand our operations, create 600 new jobs here in Walker County. Our investment features the latest advanced manufacturing technology and will more than triple the robotics used here at Roper, increasing efficiency and improving work for our employees. We are also investing in our employees. Adding advanced manufacturing equipment with robotics and AI technology creates new career pathways and opportunities to acquire new skills. We have worked with the state and our partners at Georgia Northwestern Technical College to create a curriculum that will upscale current and future employees in robotics and other new technology. The economic activity fueled by this expansion will create ripples throughout our state. Our investment, the $256 million we spend annually with 353 Georgia suppliers, and the contributions to the economy by our employees, suppliers, and customers supports 10,350 Georgia families. For the past 50 years, we've demonstrated our commitment to our community through our investments and partnerships with nonprofit organizations across Walker and surrounding counties. Through our support of the African American Museum and Memorial Park, we're helping to share the stories of all people who have made and continue to make this community a great place to live. Our commitment to the Walker County Public Schools help to inspire the next generation of manufacturers, while our support for the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA mobile cooking classes support working parents by providing children safe and productive programming. As the largest employer in Walker County, we will continue to be the lead supporter of our local United Way and remain present and consistent partner with the people and organizations committed to creating possibilities for generations to come. We at Roper couldn't be prouder of the part our parent company has invested in us. We have invested more in the last 6 years than any other appliance company, more than $2 billion in new products, technology, manufacturing, and distribution. With that, I'd like to bring Kevin Nolan to the stage.
Thank you, Luther. And it's always a pleasure to be here at Roper, but especially on a day like today where we get to really celebrate the future of what this plant's going to be. It's great to have so many of our community partners here with us this morning. Thank you very much for attending. But we're here to celebrate our newest investment in American manufacturing. For the last 50 years, Roper has been the leader in America's best cooking products. That's what we do here. And I'm excited to say the investment we're announcing today will keep us making great Georgia-made products in Walter County for decades to come. This is about, Luther talked about the amount of money we're putting in. I mean, it is a massive investment we're making, and you can start to see the type of things we're doing down here. But it's not about that. It's about creating possibilities for people. This plant transformation means jobs for 600 people with room for future growth. And these are good jobs. And this is a place that has an amazing culture. Just ask folks like Sharon Cash. She's been a Roper employee for 49 years. So we can do math, 50 years. She knows the history of this place. She is our longer tenure employer here at Roper, but across this plant, there's people with 20, 30, 40 years career. I don't want to say when the first time I came down to Roper because you'll start adding me into some of that. But that's a testament to the team, its leadership, the innovation work that happens in this Roper facility, all of which make this place a great place to work. And I think with this investment, I mean, we have back there air conditioners, which everyone's going to be happy about. It's going to continue to be a better and better place for us to work. It's about creating possibilities for the community. As Luther mentioned, we're partnering with our local area technical colleges on a new way to strengthen workforce development in the region. And thanks to the people in this room, we're adding more hands-on training so our current and future employees can continue to help lead this transformation we're undergoing. Today's announcement is the latest example of how we're doubling down on U.S. manufacturing. Over the last 6 years, you heard Luther tell it, we've invested $2 billion in U.S. manufacturing, creating thousands of jobs across America, because we believe in it and we know that's the way a company like ours can be most competitive. We're doing that in great towns like Lafayette, and I'd say this is our favorite town to manufacturing. But this kind of area, this is the backbone of our country. This is what our country is built upon. Our commitment it stretches across the U.S., from our headquarters in Kentucky to our plants, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, distribution facilities across the nation. We're showing that this is the best way, locally manufacture, locally distribute, locally install. That's the best way that any company can serve its customers. And we're showing how we can build a stronger future by investing here like we've never done before. It's the Roper team that gives us the confidence to put this kind of money, this kind of investment to create the future of our company. And we're excited with that future and with being part of this community. It's a good day for Roper and Walker County, for every employee in our state and local partners who help make announcements like this happen. Our Roper team deserves the most recognition. So Roper team, thank you. They've been putting in a lot of hard work to retool this facility. And I think Luther was here third shift, he was saying, so if he looks a little tired, it's not his fault. And today, those efforts are paying off as we prepare to launch the new cooking products with the most advanced technology in the industry. And this is a story. It's a story of a company that's committed to bringing manufacturing back to this country, back to places like Lafayette we're in right now. And we're going to show the world that the U.S. is the #1 manufacturer in the world, the most competitive place to work. And this team here is going to be the example of just that. This is who we are. We're G Appliances. We're the best team in the industry. And we're looking forward to the future. And thank you, everyone, for attending.
Thanks, Kevin. Up next, we'll have Mayor of Lafayette, Andy Arnold.
Y'all can't see it, but there's a clock right here in front of this. It's on 20 minutes. I'm just kidding. It's great to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. What an incredible relationship that we have with Roper. Listen, 50 years. I was 13. I know I don't look that old, but I was 13 years old, and I was smart enough to know at 13 and in the 8th grade at Lafayette Middle School that there was stuff going on in the city of Lafayette that hadn't been going on in a long time. We were a textile manufacturing city, like like Chickamauga, like Rossville. We also had a carpet mill, Barwick Mill, in the city of Lafayette that a lot of people worked at. Both of those industries were starting to close. That production was going to Dalton, as far as carpet is concerned, was already in Dalton, and overseas with the textile manufacturing. And the stories that I have heard is in 1973, the powers that be in Lafayette, Fred Henry being one of them, started physically calling places to get manufacturing back in Lafayette, or manufacturing in Lafayette, because we knew that Barwick was going to close, and it did. In 3 years, Barwick was closed. In 76, the city of Lafayette looked like a ghost town, didn't it, guys? For those of you that are longtime Lafayettians. And by the way, great job on Lafayette. It's good to hear Lafayette. That's the way you pronounce it, Lafayette. I don't know where this Lafayette stuff came from. Even though we do have the Marquis bust in the courtroom. So in 73, the chances were taken by the people of the city of Lafayette and by Roper. Roper said, yes, we'll give it a shot. 50 years later, you see the results of that shot. Now, the state was involved back then, not to the point that we are now. The local government was involved. Started as a small manufacturing process, and I don't have the numbers, but this is a great plant. You saw the numbers up there, but this plant itself is great. And it's near and dear to my heart, not just because I know a lot of the people that work in here, because my real job was as an educator. My superintendent's sitting back there. I was a 30-year teacher and coach at Lafayette High School. It was a great 30 years. Great 30 years. So when I'm out in town, I get called Coach Arnold, not Mayor Arnold, unless I'm in trouble. So it's great to be called Coach Arnold. So I know a lot of these people walking through here. It's Coach Arnold. Donna hugs me right when I come in the door today, and it's Coach Arnold. It's great. It being this plant has been had a huge impact on the city of Lafayette, on Walker County, on the state of Georgia, and on the counties and cities around that. Now, I know I'm the mayor of Lafayette, but I care about the counties that I live in and the counties and cities that I work around. And 2,500 jobs don't just come out of the city of Lafayette. It feeds a lot of people, which brings me to my last point. Eating. This plant manufactures stoves. How important is that? If you don't eat, you don't live. I have a GE stove in my kitchen that we remodeled in 2019. I made sure that we purchased a GE stove, and that's exactly what we have. Now, I'm not smart enough to use it. Thank goodness my wife is. As you can tell, I am not skin and bones. So it is wonderful to have the partnership that we have with Roper. It's wonderful to have the partnership that we have with the county, with our school system, and with the state of Georgia representatives and senators. Thank you for all that you do. So 50 years, just incredible what you can do with a great group of employees that have great working skills and want to work. So it's great to be here.
Thank you, Mayor. Up next, we will have Stephanie Watkins, Economic Development Director. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this exciting celebration today. The Walker County Development Authority works to promote positive economic development growth within our county and is pleased to partner with our existing industries such as Roper, who, as they look to invest and help grow our local economy. We appreciate the strong partnership that we've had over the years with Roper, their continued investment in our community, and the job opportunities they create for our citizens are a result of that strong partnership. You've heard that said over and over. It's all about the partnerships. We're so excited about this latest investment and the opportunities and possibilities it brings to Walker County. We look forward to continuing to grow and working together for years to come. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. And up next, Lloyd Abram, CEO, Georgia Association of Manufacturers. Lloyd.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here as the president of the Georgia Association of Manufacturers. We've got some members of my team with me today, and we just really appreciate the opportunity to participate with you and share in the celebration. GAM, as we're called, is the really exclusive advocate of manufacturing in the state of Georgia. We're established by manufacturers for manufacturers. That's what we do. Our mission is to be visible, vocal, and vital for the manufacturing industry, and importantly, advocate or speak on the issues that matter most to manufacturers. That's what we care a lot about. That means that we're advocating in the state legislature for fair legislation, in fact, and taxation, regulation. It enables companies like Roper to be profitable for the long term. It means we also connect with the education community in the state to talk about how to optimize manufacturing education and workforce development. We also do something that's pretty unique as well. We intervene on behalf of manufacturers before the Public Service Commission to make sure that energy rates in the state stay reasonable, but as low as possible, again, so you can operate for the long term. So we're very proud to do that work. And we're very proud to have GE part of our association. They joined last year, and we're glad to have them. Terrific to have GE's voice and have GE's voice heard inside of our association. Just want to say that I've been a year in the job as president of GAM, and I've had an opportunity to travel the state, put thousands of miles in my vehicle to see facilities like this, talk to manufacturers and talk to employees and visit them where they work and understand what they do. And it's been nothing short of remarkable. I've seen everything from molten iron ore being poured to make custom cast products. I've seen advanced avionics to put jet airplanes in the air. I've seen custom transformers being made that are 2/3 the size of a bungalow, and a lot of stuff in between. And here we are today to look at the advanced work that's being done here to manufacture the appliances of tomorrow. I'll tell you one thing that I've observed, though, and I can say this having been in manufacturing almost my entire career, is that we do remarkable things, but we do them very, very quietly. We're off the highway doing our work. We're in the trees doing our work. We're not visible, and we're not necessarily heard. And so I just wanted to congratulate Roper for opening its doors today, for inviting us in, for talking about the things that you're doing here, the innovation from artificial intelligence to the advanced robotics, to the application of cooling systems for employees, and importantly, for taking a really, really critical and intentional step to make employees the center of the strategy that drives Roper forward. Being very intentional about the investments you're making to upskill workers, intentional about caring for workers through primary care facilities here on your campus, intentional about creating flexible work hours for people so people can come and go when they need to come and go, so they can get to work when it's acceptable for them to leave their children behind and make other accommodations to actually come to the work site. That's not by accident. That's an intentional, intelligent strategy that needs to be replicated across the state of Georgia. And our association's here to do that. Again, we're advocating for a number of the things I've described today, but we're also telling the stories of great manufacturing operations like this one. We're sharing best practices. We're focused on workforce solutions for the long term. There's a lot we can learn here today, and I just congratulate you for opening the doors to welcome us in. So with that, I just want to say on behalf of the manufacturing industry in Georgia, congratulations for all of your intentional, intelligent work. We're going to learn a lot from it. As a matter of fact, as we stand here today, we're really seeing the future of manufacturing through the eyes of Roper. And that's something to pay attention to. So once again, congratulations. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Lloyd. Thanks, Lloyd. So that concludes our program for today. I would most definitely want to thank our speakers for today. Thank you guys for taking the time to tour and see what Roper has to offer and what we will continue to bring to our community and partner with. Thank you, guys. Let's have a great afternoon. Thank you again.